Hi everybody, nice to have you here. Henrik here, Vilnius, Permaculture. So, today we will talk about how we ended up in the Lithuanian mushroom war. What is it? What is the Lithuanian mushroom war? The mushroom fever that is going on here, and or whatever you call it. Well, you know when you're a kid, when you're really small, you learn, you know where your room is, where the toys are and the kitchen and so on, and then after a while you go out and you find out there is a garden, there is a sandbox, there is a garage with a car that you can travel around with, and after a while you get your first bike and you bike around, you get friends and you know where their friends lives in their houses and what street they live on, and you know the number, and you explore more, and you know where the ice cream shop is, you know where your school is, and a lot of things. So when you are 10, you are an expert of your village, and you even find out that this village is really small, but when you were little it was really big. So you learn in steps. Same is here for us, have happened for us here. So first year when we came here, we we weren't really aware of where we were. We just found out this is a lovely place, a forest, meadows, hills, water, rivers. Oh wow, nice. We should live here. So we bought the land, and everybody was angry at it. And we didn't know why is people so unfriendly. Whatever. Because we had no awareness of the surroundings more than it was crazy and beautiful. So because we built the house, we had to build the lake, we had to construct roads and electricity and so many things. So first year, no awareness at all. Second year, we had our dog, Gio. So we walk around in the forest, and friends came and visit, and they found mushrooms. Said, wow, you have wonderful mushrooms here. Didn't you know? Yeah, we have seen some mushrooms, but we were afraid. We didn't want to pick some because we were not expert in mushrooms. But it started. Something started. Oh, here, we have mushrooms here. And we found some red-listed mushrooms and so on. And we were annoyed because people thought we had thieves here in the area. So we said, what kind of area is this? We have to be a little bit aware of what's happening here. So we built a fence. Nothing more. Third year, now things started to happen, we found out that we had actually two very nice mushrooms here in our area, and we found it and we started to eat it. There was more of one. In Swedish it's soup. This is this kind. I don't know the English word. Wonderful mushroom. So it was everywhere. So we picked it, and we had mushrooms the whole winter. And it clicked for me. Oh yeah, now I know why the neighbors were a little bit annoyed, because we have a lot of mushrooms here. So they want to walk here and pick mushrooms. Of course, it's nice. And this place here is not special in any way. It's not like, wow, this is the place in Lithuania. No. It's like this everywhere. This is a common place in the forest. So yeah, people were annoyed. So I figured it out. Okay, they want the mushrooms. And we saw they were walking here. So it's not thieves that going around here. They're probably going around here and want to pick the mushrooms. And Shio suddenly start to work, So year 3 he was out there and he started to bark, and we found out that our neighbors and other people were running around here not far from our house and, picking mushrooms. And I go, okay, but it was not that a big thing. Now, this year, now something happened because we know more, we understand more. We are now in year 4, Now we got our bikes, not literally, like a kid. And we could start to explore. The house is finished. We have our vegetables. We're walking around here, we moving around. We learned from our neighbors about mushroom, and my wife, she was sitting there in the internet finding out about all the mushrooms we found here and so on. We don't have only 1 or 2 mushrooms. Now we found also these more exclusive mushrooms called yuan in Sweden. It's very tasty mushrooms. So, but we didn't have them last year. Oh, of course not. The neighbors and the other people were taking it, and they didn't pick the other one. So why don't they pick the other mushroom, bone soup? Why don't they pick that mushroom? Why don't they only pick a special kind of mushrooms? But then, one evening, she found intruders here. And we saw they have really big bags of mushrooms, and we think, wow, that is a lot of mushrooms. And it clicked for me. Wait a minute here. The people around here and all over Lithuania, they are not only here for picking some mushrooms to eat and having for dinner. No, 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 no. This is big business. This, call you. Now this year it goes for 20 euro per kilo. So can you imagine you go around in the forest and pick 10 kilos? You have 200 euro. Oh, wait a minute. It's big business here. So now more and more it clicked. Now why they were pissed and said, this is our forest, we don't want you to live here. We moved into their business. Yes. And around here, this is going on long before we were here. They have competed about these mushrooms, of course, running around here trying to, be the first one to find the mushrooms and the best one and so on, picking as much as they can and selling them. This is, business. This is money. Okay, greed everywhere. This is the war. So, okay. This is what's happening here and all over Lithuania and probably all over the world. We just wasn't aware of it like that. For us it is, and still are, just not business. It's just for us a nice thing to have. It's very exclusive to have some nice mushrooms. So this year is been really evolving for us because we know now that the forest, but here and around here, it's not one kind of mushroom. We have like 10 different edible mushrooms that are really exclusive and nice. And here is a whole market for mushrooms all over the place. So people who wants to do the job, they can go around and pick mushrooms and probably sell it and have some extra income. But then the next evolution. There were trails in our forest, and I thought that it was the deers, because we have a lot of animals here, elks and deers, these trails in the forest. Wait a minute. So I walk around these trails and there were mushrooms. Along the trail there were mushrooms, and outside the trails there were no mushrooms. Wait a minute here. Of course, the neighbors and the people here, they have been walking here for hundreds of 50 years, 100 years. They've been walking in these areas and picking mushrooms. These are not the deers walking around here. No, it's people walking here, picking mushrooms every year. Okay, so I asked, wait a minute. I follow these trails. I copy paste, going to the, and I found mushrooms. Okay, so what we are doing now? Now we are here, me and Shio, every morning we go up, go alongside the trail, finding mushrooms and going home. You know, learning from your environment, learning from your neighbors and so on. So yeah, every year is something new, and you know, the mushroom war is going on. The mushroom fever are in full, full steam ahead here now. Let's see what the rest of the year will bring. We need to go, I guess, to buy a bigger freezer because our is full now. Have a nice evening.